is love. It doesn't matter who it's with.
This is unconstitutional.
Good evening, everyone. In Wisconsin, it's a step being called historic, at least by supporters of same-sex partnerships.
But others say it violates the state's constitution. Now today, same-sex couples all over Wisconsin showed up at County Clerk's offices to register for a domestic partnership, including 10 in Brown County. Wisconsin is the first state in the Midwest to allow the protections for same-sex couples. But the celebration for some is a disappointment to others. The new registry passed despite a ban on same-sex marriage in the state. Opponents argue that domestic partnership is virtually the same as marriage. Fox 11's Becky DeVries has our balanced coverage tonight.
The beginning of the week at the Brown County Clerk's office is usually busy, but this Monday was busier than usual.
It's an important day. It'll be on our calendar as a day to remember. But
Monday, John Becker and his partner Michael Knoppen registered with the state of Wisconsin as domestic partners.
For me, it's a sense of security. I can sleep a little bit better at night knowing that John and my mutual life is somewhat more protected and recognized, and that means something to me.
The two showed up at the clerk's office 2 hours before it opened and were one of a handful of couples ready and waiting at 8 a.m.
It's important for us just to do it on the first day because, it is a little bit of an historic moment, but also because I know that there's some, there's a lawsuit that's currently in place, and we wanted to make sure that, should anything happen with that, we would have our domestic partnership on paper.
That lawsuit was filed with the state Supreme Court by Wisconsin Family Action and claims the registry is unconstitutional.
This is unconstitutional based on the amendment that over 1.2 million Wisconsin citizens voted on in November of 2006, where they clearly said marriage in this state should be between a man and a woman.
Love is love. It doesn't matter who it's with. It can be man and man, man and wife, so woman and woman.
This isn't about whether these folks are committed to one another or whether or not they love one another. It's about what we do with a new legal status that is essentially exactly the same as that of marriage here in Wisconsin.
Well, some would like to not see domestic partnerships happen at all in Wisconsin. Others say the state doesn't go far enough.
This is a good first step, but the gay rights movement will continue, until we've received full marriage equality. In my mind, that's the only acceptable solution.
A step that may or may not be permanent. In Brown County, Becky DeVries, Fox 11 News.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court has not reviewed the lawsuit claiming that the registry is unconstitutional. The court has a number of options to consider. It could not hear the case. It could decide the registry is constitutional, decide the registry is unconstitutional, and nullify domestic partnerships that have already been filed in the state, or it can determine the registry is unconstitutional and allow current partnerships to stand, but not allow any more same-sex couples to file. One attorney we spoke with says the court will have to determine how the rights granted to the partners compare to marriage.
So the question is going to be, for whatever court that decides this, is this domestic registration substantially similar to marriage? That's the narrow legal question for whoever gets to it.
So there are several new benefits that same-sex partners will have in Wisconsin, but domestic partnerships do not grant all the benefits given to married couples. Some of the benefits same-sex couples will have include the right to hospital visitation, the right to inheritance, and medical leave rights. However, for example, couples will not be able to file taxes jointly. You can find the entire list of benefits and exclusions on our website, fox11online.com. Governor Doyle approved the state budget which provided the domestic partnership registry, and the governor says the registry is different from marriage. He has another view.
The legal analysis of it goes through all of the state laws and determines that by getting married there are about 200 different ways that you are affected, about support obligations to one another, a joint ownership of property, all of those kinds of things. None of those apply in this case.
Doyle also says he believes most people don't see harm in others organizing their lives as they see fit.